Hi, welcome. I am Dr. Toya Davis, the host of Aligned, Liberated, and Abundant, and I am so happy that you are here. I hop on and like to hold space and share information with high achieving women who feel like they've done all of the things. You've made the money, you've earned the titles, you had the corner office, you got all of the degrees, and yet you still recognize that there's more. That feeling of more could feel like, I'm doing these things, but it doesn't feel good, right? There's this other path, there's this other purpose. That more could be, I am absolutely miserable at home, right? I'm only mildly enjoying my success. I feel like there is a cap on the amount of money that I'm making in. All of those things can be more. And I'm here to talk to you. All right. So today we are going to be talking about manifested realities. Now, I just came back. From LA, participating in an award show, which was absolutely amazing. If you don't know, I had the privilege of being a part of the Lisa Nichols book called Against All Odds. It is an anthology of 30 incredible women. Actually, there's a man in there as well, of 30 incredible authors who tell this story of kind of resilience and our ability to kind of move through and travel. And the book is just filled with one, really good stories, but also amazing tips, right, on how to help people get through and how we've gotten through and gotten over. And so I was blessed to be a part of that particular book process. And this weekend in LA, we kind of all got together to celebrate that the success of that book becoming a bestseller, and got the opportunity to see Lisa Nichols do a presentation for something that will be coming up really soon. So I'm excited to see and be a part of that as well. And then her other speakers like Jack Canfield. Y'all know I'm all about the mindset and all of that stuff. So it was just a really great weekend. But the reason this show is titled Manifested Realities is because there was a point while I was there where, there's this meme that's been kind of floating around Facebook, or social media, I should say. I say Facebook all the time because I don't know, I live on Facebook more than I'm on any other platform, but I don't really know where I see the things at, right? So my Facebook is code word for social media. So there's this meme that has been floating around that kind of says, you know, the things that I have today are the reality of the things that I prayed for in the past, or something to that effect. And it was this weekend where it really hit me. It was like, dang, like I created this, I created this moment through thought, through visualization, through intention, through action, right? All of the things, but all of those previous things have led me to this moment. And what I want to highlight in this notion of manifested realities is oftentimes we think of manifestation again as kind of this like, I'm going to go back to my thing of the magic button or the easy button. And it's not, right? It is not. There are things that go into shifting the idea and the notion of the thing that we have, that internal kind of, yes, this is something that is possible for me, and translating that into an actual manifested version of whatever that is. There are things that conspire to make the desire the reality, right? And that is what manifestation is. It is the coming together of these various variables to support the intention that you set. Now, what's important though, this is the key, right? This is the proverbial stone that goes into the pond that then creates all of the ripples. It is the intention, right? It is being clear about what the intention is, what the desired result is, and being so clear in that you then, once that pebble reaches the pond and those ripples start to flow out, that they are all supporting the thing that you want. Where we often find ourselves in misalignment, right? Or prolonging the ability for that manifested reality to present itself in our waking world, is confusion around intention. And the confusion around intention can happen as what I call two-directional kind of mind heart misinformation, right? Or this could be misdirectional within words, right? So I say one thing and then I instantly say something else, right? And so those two kind of misdirections are canceling each other out or watering down the one, or it's like, okay, which one is going to get enough of the energy for me to know, me as the universe, to know that this is what we're going for. So, for example, if I say, I want to be a millionaire, right? Those are the words that came out of my mouth in this moment. That's my intention. Oh, I see it. I feel it. Yes, I want to be a millionaire. And then I'm in conversation with someone and time has passed, not thinking about that, not thinking about all the work that I did this morning to set myself up to be the millionaire, right? So this morning I woke up, I had my clear intention, I did my visualization, I said an affirmation to affirm that, I spoke that, I maybe wrote that out, whatever I did to hold and support that intention, right, happened this morning. Great. Day is moving on. As the day is moving on, in a conversation with somebody and they start talking about that, oh my gosh, I have to pay this bill, man, anytime I get money this thing happens, I made this money, and everybody just started asking me for something. Now you come into agreement with their energy, right? Their energy is, oh, money is a problem, right? And now you're like, yeah, I know what you mean, because anytime I get more than $1,000 check, this happens or that happens, or man, I know that if I make $25,000 or $50,000, my family is going to be asking me for money. Now you've shifted the energetic support that you had built up to go towards this manifestation that you were trying to get to. And now we're in the holding pattern, right? Because the universe is like, wait a minute, wait, I thought we were doing this. Oh, no, we don't like money. Money's a problem. Okay, wait, let's just hold up and figure out which one we're doing. Or let's take action on the most recent thing, right? So it becomes really, really imperative that we are mindful of where we are kind of having these dual realities, right? And the mind heart one is really about understanding that although there are words that are coming out of my mouth, there are some internal programming and internal trauma responses or ancestral embedding, right? Epigenetics or karmic things that I have that are kind of inside that might be running counter to the things that I'm saying. And it's important to self-check in, to tap in with yourself to find out where you might be kind of in disconnect with the things that are coming out of your mouth and the energy and the vibration that we're feeling with inside. So when we are working to create these manifested realities, it's really, really important to be aware of consistency with the intention, right? What is the intention? Am I consistently pouring the positive energy and vibration into that intention? Okay. Am I doing the work? Because intention without work is dead, right? Where does that sound like it comes from? Am I consistently doing the work to get me to that intention, right? Do I believe that I am worthy? Do I believe I have the capacity? Do I believe that this thing is possible for me, right? What is your belief around this intention being manifested? And if you're not at the place where you actually believe it, it's okay, right? But identify why that is so that you can go through the skills that I always talk about, really understanding assessing and then rewriting, right? So it's okay if once you get through the assessment you recognize, oh wait, there's some areas of stickiness here, but now let's just rewrite that so that I can actually support energetically, I can support the thing that I want to have happen. So I'm going to loop us back to LA and this experience in LA. So when I first started kind of doing this work, this this thing of saying I am really trying to transition from not even no transition is the wrong word because that's not what happened originally. So a little bit of backstory. If you are kind of newer into my world, the thing that got me here and got me to this place was originally I was helping people really to understand themselves and grow from a spiritual aspect. And by spiritual, this wasn't spiritual in a religious sense, but spiritual in really understanding the God in you, right? And the aspect and nature of you that is connected to all things, and that allows the best version of yourself to show up, but really diving into spiritual concepts and then layering on top of that. So, kind of bringing you in through the spiritual concepts and then laying on top of that these universal laws and reality. And then in this work, I really got into neuroscience and understanding how the brain is wired and how we can make shifts and all of that. And then those worlds of kind of the spirituality and neuroscience started to merge, and then in that developed further, right, to this place that I am now. But as it was happening, and I would try to explain to people what I wanted to do, and the people who were kind of in my circle and closest to me, I couldn't necessarily say, "Oh, I am interested in, Louise Hayes or Esther and Jerry Hicks." Those weren't names that they knew or would understand, or Dolores Cannon, like, or really could relate to. So, in me trying to create something that I could say to people and they would kind of understand the direction that I was trying to go, I would use Lisa Nichols. And so I would say, my intention is to kind of be in that same space of Lisa Nichols, right? Be on large stages, have books, help people create this shift in mindset and to show up in that way. And so that was my point of reference for so long. And to then recognize, wait a minute, you were in this book with her. And you just came back from spending a few days, and not only were you like just some passerby, right? That is like, no, and I wish somebody had taken the picture, but nobody took the picture. It's like she's standing here with you arm in arm talking, and she's talking to other people. I was just there, and she was talking to me too. But it was like, this is happening, right? You just saw her do something that's about to go to a much larger audience, and you're in this space. You're in this room where people are doing the things that you've said that you wanted to do. And I realized that were it not for me being, because although I didn't know, like I didn't attach when I said, oh, I want to do or be like this, or this is the version, I didn't say, and I'm going to do A, and I'm going to do B, and I'm going to do C, and I'm going to do D, right? You all know that I'm team. We don't direct the universe in telling the universe how to make the things happen. We identify the energy of the thing that we want. We kind of big picture end goal in mind, right? We get there, and then we allow the ripples in the pond to work their magic, right? We allow the energy to find the path of least resistance to get us where we are trying to go. So because in my using Lisa Nichols as kind of my point of reference, I never attached a direct route or a methodology or this is how that will come together. The moment that I realized, oh crap, I did this, right? I created this reality because of the energy around the intention that I put out. And it was just a really, really gratifying and overall rewarding experience. And then just, I talk about kind of along the path, we have these moments that serve as kind of check mark moments, right? It's like, yep, you're on the right path, check, right? And after that check, you might have some stumbles and some like wobbles and like, wait, what is happening? But then you get to another point later, and that's the check mark, and it's like, okay, right? Because the path isn't straight. The path to where we're trying to get isn't straight. And so for me, as long as I kind of reach those check mark moments that reaffirm the longer term end goal, then I'm fine with kind of being on the wobbly path. So manifested realities. So for you, what I want you to take away is that manifestation is not this thing that just spontaneously happens, right? I don't get to say, I want to manifest $100,000 and then the $100,000 appears. And I want to be careful with how I'm saying that, because actually it can work like that. It can't work like that. But it only works like that when our heart and our mind are in coherence, when our thoughts are not in conflict with each other, and when we have identified and already worked through all of the things that make the statements that are coming out of my mouth and the intentions that are coming out of my mouth, when I've done the work to clean up kind of the vibrational and energetic field that are a mismatch, right? So when manifestations aren't happening, it's because there is a mismatch in frequency. There is a mismatch in vibration. There is a mismatch in something between where you are and the thing that you're saying that you want or desire. And once you're able to bring those things into alignment, then that's when I get to say, oh, I want to manifest $100,000, right? And because all of the channels and all of the ways are clear and clean, then that can show up. So I don't want to discount the ability of I get to show up and manifestations happen. But before we get to that point, we have to be really clear on the words that we're using, right? So if you say A, anything that does not support that A, cancel it, right? And by I literally use the word cancel. So if I'm having it, let's go back to the earlier example of where we did our stuff in the morning. We said $1 million, $1 million, $1 million, $1 million, looking good, feeling good. Yes, $1 million, right? $1 million is happening. And I've done my visualization. I've done my affirmation. Yes, I'm set. I'm in vibration. And now the day has started, and I'm in communication with other people. And now they're downing money, right? Money is like, wait, what? Right? You're not feeling me like I thought you was feeling me this morning. It's okay. It happens, right? We fall into patterns. We whatever, it happens. But you can cancel it. So let's say you were like, yeah, because every time people in my family get this amount of money, everybody's going to want money from me. Oh my gosh, I don't want to have to deal with that. Cut, cancel, delete. And then replace it with the thing that you want. You know what? The people in my family, they tend to come and ask for money when we get a certain amount of money, but I'm so happy that I'm going to have the money to share, right? Or I'm so happy that I'll be in a position that they can come and ask me for money, even if I have to say no, right? So in that moment, when you recognize that you have actively engaged in something that is counter to the intention that you really want, just take a moment and cancel that. It's like rewind, right? But more importantly, affirm the thing that you do want. Okay, that's the important part. Reaffirm, put the energy back into, package it up, right? The thing that you do want. Okay, so we've set our intention for our manifestation. We're going to come into awareness and understanding of what energies, frequencies, vibrations are not in support of us getting that thing that we're saying we want to manifest. And then we're going to work on that. Right? We're going to work on that. We're going to work on, why is this disconnect happening? Why do I feel this way? Okay. And depending on what it is, how we deal with that can take a multitude of ways, right? So you're going to identify it. You're going to work on it. You're going to continue to reaffirm the thing that you want. Essentially, you're just like, no, I am bringing myself into the energetic alignment of this thing. All right. And then it happens, right? And then it happens. And just know that time, the length that it takes for something to appear, has less to do with the fact of like if you are worthy or not worthy, right? It just really is, how long is it taking to clear up the clutter, right? That energetic clutter. How long is it taking to kind of align those frequencies together? And oftentimes, sometimes, right, what happens is we've set in our mind's eye, or we have this intention about something. And remember, I told you in the Lisa Nichols story, there was no, and it's going to happen like this. So I wasn't out in the world looking for it to show up, which is why when it happened, I was like, oh, wait a minute, this is the thing, right? So oftentimes when we say we're going to create or we're trying to manifest something, we have outlined, we have pre-told how everything was going to happen. And so we can miss the opportunities that are showing up for you to kind of create or capitalize on that manifestation, because you're like, nope, I said that it would come in a yellow boat, right? A person with the yellow raincoat would come and ring my doorbell and bring me a check or bring me a piece of mail. And when I opened that mail, I would see a check for $50,000. So you missed the email that came in your inbox that said, hey, we have this wonderful opportunity where we can collaborate and partner, and you have the potential to make this amount of money, right? You missed the email because it didn't come to a person at your front door with the yellow jacket, right? Universe like, no problem, we're going to swing the block again, right? It sends it to you in another way, but you're still like, nope, not a yellow jacket. This isn't it. Nope, can't be my thing, right? So I say that to say, once you set your intention and you understand kind of where that end goal and that big picture thing that you're trying to get to, and you've cleared up the clutter, you are very clear that, nope, I'm not kind of sending out these two directional messages. Be open to the ways that this thing can show up for you, right? And however it shows up, even if it is not in its fullest manifestation yet, be very, very grateful, right? That is showing up, because now, again, that's that check mark moment, right? That's that check mark. Okay, we're not there yet, but I got my check mark. I'm on the right path. Let me keep at it, right? That's showing you that that field is clearing up. Energy follows the path of least resistance. It's finding its way to you. All right. So I hope that you have enjoyed today's podcast. Like, subscribe, share, follow, do all of the things, right? To let me know that you are here. Ask a question. I love questions. I love to be able to respond to you. Let me know what you would like for me to talk about. In the show notes or in the description, there is a link where you can join my community. There is I'm not sure what's going to be there at the time you see this, but it could be a free mini course, some type of download. So feel free to join us. I would love to have you, and tell a friend. That's all I got. So remember, you deserve to live a life that lights you up from the inside out. So until next time, stay aligned, liberated, and abundant. Peace.